All right, so peace, love, and light to you. You know, such a beautiful and amazing day. Reporting live from Oba, which is really Orange Beach, Alabama. All right, so don't get it twisted. Right now, we are reporting live from Orange Beach, Alabama, Oba. All right, we checking in. April the 19th, Sunday. It's a lot cooler than it looks. I know it may look warm, but it's cool. It's quite chilly out this morning. And so, no, man, I hope everybody's been having a beautiful and amazing week. Hope first quarter has been what you need it to be as we're here now in second quarter. So what second quarter allows us to do is to check our SWOT analysis. I hope everybody was able to empire build at the beginning of the year. We have our SWOT analysis, and every quarter we're checking our SWOT analysis so we can self-assess and know exactly where we're at when we're talking about personal development, okay? And so if y'all don't mind, go check out the Infinite House of Intelligence. There's a beautiful podcast over there that you guys need to go check out that I'm co-hosting. And there was questions that was asked about my 50-year game plan, because I was saying that any man that wants to have a woman follow him when we're talking about marriage and you're asking for her hand in marriage, you're asking her family, right? What needs to take place is you have to have a game plan. If you ask anybody to follow you, they need to know where they're following you, right? Where are you taking me, right? If you're the leader and I'm supposed to follow, where are we going? And that's a proper question to ask when we as men are the foundation of our household. So today what I want to talk about is that 50-year game plan and give a little bit of examples so somebody else can learn and grow and apply this information to their life. All right. All right, cool. So when we're talking about a 50-year game plan, first and foremost, it starts with personal development, right? The individual has to know their purpose. What we go into is a beautiful formula that we always talk about. We talk about discovering the gift, perfecting the gift, and then you giving that gift away because your gift will make room for you, right? Haven't you heard that before? This isn't cliche. These are implementation steps, right? Discovering your gift, perfecting your gift, and then giving your gift away to the world because your gift will make room for you. So when we're talking about discovering that gift, right? What do you do well with your left hand, your right hand that comes natural and easy to you, and you do it better than everybody else around you? Those are your gifts. Some of us have multiple gifts and talents, right? That potential that's sitting dormant inside of us, but now it's time to tap into it. Once we discover that, then it's time to perfect it, which means go to work on it every day. A lot of people are big on tithing 10% of their money, but I'm real big on tithing 10% of your life. If there's 24 hours in the day, let's budget what 10% of that looks like, right? And let's see if we can use that to really perfecting our gifts, right? Growing those gifts so we can give those gifts away to the world, because that's what's gonna make room for us. And once I give my gift away of whatever issue that I come here to solve, then that's what people are gonna pay me for, to be a problem solver. All right? So let's start there with individual. Now, when you're talking about finding a man, a helpmate, or ladies, if you're looking for a true foundational man, right? Because you're looking to get married, you're looking for a husband, you're looking for that protector and that provider. All right. And so now that when we're talking about looking for a significant other, we have to look at marriage as a business. Okay. It's not about what you bring to the table, because sometimes we're not against people who don't have anything. I'm against people who don't want anything. Right? We like to stay away from those people who don't want anything in life, because we can't grow. We can't build. Every time I'm bringing solutions to the table, the only thing you want to tell me is to restate the issue. And that can be a major problem when you're talking about building. So knowing how to build with an individual, knowing who to build with, and picking the right partner is going to be important, pivotal, because you're talking about sharing blood, you're talking about sharing DNA, you're talking about your empire being built and associated with somebody else. And that association, you need to make sure that it's solid. All right, it's solid. And then you can kind of take that, what you're doing there and you're building in the family, to build a strong community. And when we're talking about that 50-year game plan, right? Even for me, myself, let me share, okay? Right now, with where I'm at 37, I'm thinking about retirement. For 45, I'm thinking about 50. I'm thinking about what life should look like at 60. But I'm taking a true evaluation of where I'm at right now. And if I want to be a professor, where am I at right now? If I'm going to be a leader in my community, there's action steps that I have to take right now that can close the gap that's going to get me there. So when we're talking about the macro and the micro goals, you have to have the macro, right, which is that overall 4-year, 5-year, 10-year, 20-year game plan. But now that I understand, okay, I want to own the company, I want to have this at $1 million generating a year, I want to have 130 employees. Understanding that's a long-term goal. That's the macro. Now I got to break that down into the micro, and on a day-to-day, get me a schedule so now we can get closer to that goal. A true evaluation of my network. Who is in your network where you can get to that network? Because that's what it's going to equal. You know, in school, they teach us that when we're taking tests, you can't call a friend, you can't get any help, all that's cheating. Well, love it in life that we get a chance to cheat. You can call a friend, you can get you some help, you can get investors. There's a lot of things that can take place, but we got to make sure that we have a goal, we have the plan. Once we have the goal and the plan set, because we understand what our individual purpose is, then we can execute the mission. Because that's what it's about. It's about executing the mission. 2026, we're not in our feelings. We're all about executing the mission. So now that we're in second quarter, I want everybody to go and pick up. We have a Sunrise and Strategize manual that I think everybody, a mastermind manual. So at Unity Hikers of Alabama, I want everybody to go and check us out. We're partnered with Women Elevating, and we have a beautiful Sunrise and Strategize mastermind manual that's going to be pivotal for the second quarter, so we can get over the hump, and we don't want to turn hills into mountains right now. So it's all about where our focus is, and we can do this as a community family. So in this community huddle, I just wanted to break down some simple key facts. I know I might have been a little long-winded, but I need for my people to really get this, to really understand the concept. And if you have any questions or concerns, man, just comment, and we'll make a part 2 of this video, all right? But you know that I love y'all. Peace, love, and light to you. You know we yelling it out to the universe. Just let me be great. You know we seeking greatness in everything that we do. But let's go and let's grow, family. Until next time, you know that I love y'all. But let's stay focused and let's don't drift with the devil, all right? Let's get it.